Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So let's talk. I just want to first say thank you so much for your continuous support. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you are fully aware of when I load up new videos, new content that may be helpful to each and every one of you and those that you know that are going to be traveling. So today I'm going to be talking about giving you some reminders as well as sharing some new awareness for me, right? Just small topics. So I'm going to try to make it quick and not make this video too long for you. So let's get started before we run into too long of a time. Okay, so the first thing. So yesterday I did an interview with Mr. Wright, and it was funny because we started talking about land purchasing and so on. And so, when we talk about getting, say, 1 or 2 plots, 3 or 4 plots, we're thinking 4 plots would equate to an acre of land. And so he basically was like, no, that's not the case. And then today again, I ran into someone else who said the same thing. So apparently, back in the day, the plot sizes were a lot bigger than what we are acquiring right now. And so it used to be that case, but it's my understanding that now that's not the case. So I was under the impression, let me just speak for myself. I was under the impression that 4 plots would equate to about an acre. So that's not true. So I have to come and I have to make the correction and make everybody aware that that information is not accurate. The only way we can determine the accuracy of that is to have a surveyor go out and measure the space, measure the plots. And so that's what we have to do. So now I know. So I used to say, 4 plots is the equivalent of an acre. Nope. Wrong. So, correction. 4 plots does not equate to an acre, right? If we would like an acre, we'd have to get someone to go out and measure in order for us to be able to get an actual acre. And even the person was telling me, he said, look, I bought 10 acres. And after they did the measurement, it turned out to be, say, 9.5 acres. So I won't spend too much time on that. Just wanted you guys to be aware. Okay? Second thing, these are reminders. Okay? VPN. Please don't forget to get a VPN for when you're coming or traveling. I used Express the first time I got in Ghana, and I've switched to Tunnel Bear. And Tunnel Bear has worked out for me. I'm not promoting any particular brand. I'm just letting you know what works for me. But you have to do your due diligence in finding one that works, that is going to work for you. Okay? So that's that. Traveling to Ghana. So now let's talk about immigration. Excuse me. It's warm. Immigration. So I received an addendum of some sort, or notice, sorry, not an addendum, a notice from the Ghana immigration by way of WhatsApp saying that they were going to postpone the visa requirement between now and mid-January. So go online and check that out. If that is not the case, please follow the procedure as before. You go online, you make sure you fill out the requirements for for those that are required to have a visa to enter into Ghana. Go online and fill out the application. You don't necessarily have to get your visa there in the U.S. You can actually get visa upon arrival. As I said before, this is all new to me because I didn't have to do any of that, so it didn't bother me. So, but for Jamaicans, I know for sure that you can travel to Ghana without having a visa. So you don't have to go and fill out any application. You don't have to do anything. Just as long as you have a valid Jamaican passport. Flights. Always try to see if you can book your flights as early as possible when you're traveling to Ghana, especially during now the holidays. It's probably crazy. I can't imagine what that looks like online, the prices and everything, what it looks like online. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because there are two ways of getting to Ghana. You can go the long way or the short way. Of course, the long way sometimes can be a little less expensive, maybe, depending on the airline. And then sometimes it's just as pricey. So the short way, which is you can go by way of New York or Atlanta, they have straight flights. So wherever you're coming from, you can fly into one of those states and then fly out to Ghana. What I did, I've done this before, where when I booked my flight to the US, I booked it from Ghana to New York. And then I booked a separate flight from New York to Florida. And it kind of worked out better for me, average about 16, 17 hours travel, as opposed to 20, 23, 24, 27. So you do what's best for you. I'm just letting you know that there are a couple of options. And I think there is another state that you can fly directly to Ghana. I don't quite remember, but so you just need to check it out. Check around and see. For those that are interested in staying in Ghana for any long period of time and wanting to obtain their Ghana card, just make sure that your passport is up to date. When I say up to date, meaning you at least have 6 or more months before your passport expire, right? And so we can take that and go and get your Ghana card. You can get it in Accra or you can get it in Takoradi. And for those who don't know, once you get here, directions can be provided to you by way of me or anyone else that you converse with that has been here for any long period of time. Okay, so that's not an issue. Driver's license. So how I got my driver's license is I was informed that if I am able to get a statement from the state of which I'm coming from, which was Florida, I get a statement indicating that my driver's license is valid. It's just a one-page statement saying that my driver's license is valid. I could use that I can use that along with my Ghana card and my passport to go and obtain my Ghana driver's license. And that's what I did. So my passport was up to date, meaning my time frame of staying in Ghana, I had an extension on that. So initially when I got here, I got like 30 days. I got a year extension. Since then, I've gotten a 2-year extension. So as long as that's up to date and valid, you can use that along with your Ghana card and your valid driver's license statement from your state to go and obtain a Ghana driver's license. It's a short process. It takes a day, actually less than a day. Okay, so you can get your actual driver's license. You don't have to wait. You don't have to, nope, all in one day. Now, it's been a while since I've done it, so I don't know if the process have changed, but that's the process that I experienced when I went and got my Ghana driver's license. Okay. Don't forget to, if you're bringing your equipment, don't forget to get some conversion plugs. You can go on Amazon and get as many of those conversion plugs as you would like. There are some that has the USB port, some that, you plug your laptop, plug your phone, and then you plug it into the Ghana sockets. Sorry. So remember, we use 220, they use 110. I always get mixed up with the conversion, but you need the conversion adapter. Don't forget that, because it's going to be very important for you to be able to charge your phones and or your laptops. So that's important. I think I did mention about making sure you have a backup for your computer, make sure you have an external hard drive. That can come in very handy for you, especially when you're running around doing things. You never know what can happen. I'm just throwing it out there. So let's see. Oh, phone service. From what I've seen and heard, people that have T-Mobile as their service provider have been able to get phone calls from the States and make phone calls to the States. So you probably just need to add the international call on your plan. So you just need to add that to your plan and you should be able to manage while you're here perfectly fine. If you have intentions of getting a Ghana phone, then of course you need your passport and you need your SIM card in order to obtain, well, actually you may not need your passport. Did I get to do? Yeah, passport, SIM card, just in case. Passport, Ghana card. You need that in order for you to purchase a SIM card to be able to use a phone here in Ghana. So that's important. So passport, Ghana card in order to purchase a SIM card. You don't need anything to purchase a cell phone. That's easy. But in order to get you a SIM card with a phone number, you need those two things. Very critical, very important. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to share with you guys. So we talked about the VPN. We talked about traveling, the immigration updates. Make sure you go online and check that out. We talked about straight flight versus doing the tour flights. Talked about external hard drives. Make sure you have that as a backup plan just in case. Talked about the driver's license. T-Mobile, which I'm not promoting any phone service here, but I know that works and I've seen people use their phone. Oh, the other thing, if you are interested in, all right, so transportation, there are two options. There is what we call a Ford van, and it's a air-conditioned Ford 15-20 passenger van, and they travel daily to and from Accra to Cape Coast. The last time I paid like maybe 70 cedis, right? It's very convenient and it's easy and it's less costly as opposed to getting a taxi. If you want a taxi, no problem. Just keep in mind a taxi could run you to about $100 for the trip. Because remember, they're leaving from here, Central Region, and coming to get you in Accra and then bringing you back. So it's probably about $100 US dollars. So that can be worked out depending on the driver and, you know, whomever I'm able to get to come get you if that's the direction you want to take. If you do not and you're interested and you don't mind working with the, you don't mind getting right in the nitty gritty and getting on the Ford van. If you're coming with luggage and stuff like that, all you have to do is pay for a seat for your luggage. So instead of you buying one seat, you'll buy two seats, one for you, one for your luggage. That way your luggage is sitting right next to you. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going anywhere. You're on an air-conditioned van. It takes them 3 hours to get to Cape Coast, point blank, right? So that's the option. So the Ford station. And if you're interested in the Ford van option, just let me know and I can send you via WhatsApp the coordinates for the actual station where you need to go and get on the bus. The other thing I wanted to mention, Bolt, Uber, Yango. Very, very popular in Accra. Not so much here in Central Region. Bolt is somewhat here in Central Region, but not as popular as Accra. So, to and from getting around in Accra it's either Bolt, Uber, or Yango. What I would suggest is prior to you leaving the States, download those apps so you have them ready, handy, ready to go when you get here so you can get around. Especially when you get in from your flight. If you're going to stay in Accra for at least a day or two, then Bolt is the best way to go. Bolt and Uber. I've never used Yango, but they're there. The option is there for you. So download the apps on your phone before you take off. It's so much more convenient once you have it. You're ready to go. You don't have to be delayed. Usually the flights that are coming in from the States pretty late. Not all of them. It all depends on the airlines, but some of them are pretty late, and I would recommend that you actually stay overnight in Accra so that you're not traveling too late. When you travel from Accra to Cape Coast, there's a lot of checkpoints, and it can become very cumbersome. So a lot of taxi drivers don't want to be driving on the road at night because of the several checkpoints. Like there's quite a few, almost 20 or more maybe. It's been a while, but in any case, to avoid all of that, just stay overnight in a hotel of your choice and just enjoy the time. And then we can have a taxi either come pick you up, or like I said, you can get on the Ford bus and you'll be okay. It's not going to hurt you. Nobody's going to bother you. You're not going to get lost. You'll be fine. Okay, so I think that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure that you check your reservations. There's rent-a-car companies in Accra. If you want to drive from Accra to Cape Coast, not an issue. Just MapQuest works. Simple, right? So if you want to rent a car, there's rental companies in Accra. Just make sure that the rental car that you get has the hazard reflection lights at the back. Very important, because you don't want to get stopped and they'll charge you. Make sure you have fire extinguisher. Make sure you have the bells and whistles before you drive it off the rental company lot. Okay? All right, guys. I think that's it for me. These are reminders and small little tidbit that could possibly help you while you are on your way to Ghana. So I hope you have it in mind to come and check out what's going on here. There's lots of land for sale. There's land all over the place. Even today, I learned about another place where there's land for sale, but I'm trying to get details to confirm the price. It's a little bit higher than norm, and I'm trying to make sure I understand exactly what's included in the price. So I haven't gotten clarification yet, but yeah, they're wanting you guys to come. There's a lot of space. You see it already. There's opportunities for business, and definitely a vast array of land for residential. So right now, Asebu is it. At least that's what I'm telling everybody for right now until I hear something different. But lots of land here for sale. We just have to be mindful of whom we purchase land from and make sure we do the checking. Check to make sure that the land is being sold by the appropriate party. We don't want to go back down the rabbit hole I went down. But thank God everything worked out. So moving forward. And things usually do. I think a lot of time it's the initial oof that gets you and you're like, what? You would be like, what the hell? Yeah, but it kind of works out sometimes. Sometimes it can be a little costly, but for the most part, you'll get there. All right, so anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that the information I've provided in this video is helpful to some, and if not most. All right, don't forget to hit the subscription button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, like my videos, and please continue to share the contents I've provided. I hope and continue to be very, very helpful. All right, and if any questions, please email me. Not too much, because I know sometimes it takes a lot of time to sit on the phone and discuss, answer all these questions. So please keep that in mind when you reach out to me. If you have 1 or 2 questions, I don't mind answering. But yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again. Take care. We'll be talking to you soon.